Hello ladies and gentle ladies, welcome back to another railroad development stream. Today we're going to be continuing, as you can see by the title and as you can probably have guessed, with the Git integration for the VCS system. Specifically today, I don't know what we're going to do, so I guess we're just going to have a look and find out. So I don't even remember where we left off, to be honest. I think all of this existed last time. I believe... I don't know if this existed last time, to be honest, but basically what I can do now is I can double click on one of these and basically bring up the details pane. I think this half existed last time. Maybe. Not sure. I haven't touched this for a while, I will admit. I have been working on it a little bit today, just kind of testing things and fixing a couple of bugs. But for the most part, I believe this has been unchanged. So, in terms of buttons, we need to try and test some of these buttons. So I know a lot of these work. So copy hash works, checkout works, new branch works, tag kind of works, but the problem with tag is it doesn't, you gotta announce on Discord. Yes, I am fully aware. You do not need to tell me how to stream. Thank you. Fine, I will do it now. I wasn't planning on doing it now, but I will do it now, since you're gonna be needy. So, what was I saying? Now I've lost my train of thought. Thank you. I actually have no idea what I was saying now. Oh, yeah, the issue is when I actually tag one of these, it doesn't update in the UI. So I do need to fix that. I don't actually know why that happens, I will say. So I need to figure that out. This is like watching the Linux kernel being made. I don't agree. This is not as complex as a Linux kernel, unfortunately. Or maybe it is. I mean, I don't even know where you would start with an operating system, so I guess I can't really comment on the comparison there because I don't know how big of a difference it is. I mean, I don't know. Someday it'll be fun to make an operating system, I'm sure, but as of current, I'm not even really close to that. I think it's a little bit different because obviously when you're doing an operating system, you're writing it in a lot lower level of a language, right? So I have a lot of libraries I can use. I have a lot of constructs I can use. You linked the wrong stream on Discord? I did? Did I link the one scheduled for tomorrow? I don't think I did. Oh, maybe I did, actually. Yeah, I did. Oops. Okay, the thing is, OBS doesn't tell you which one is which. It just shows me two streams that look exactly the same. It doesn't say when each of them are scheduled for. It just shows me the names of the streams and the descriptions and the thumbnails. It doesn't tell me which one is scheduled for when. It's actually incredibly useless. So yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, yes, we got to get the tags updating in the UI. I have no idea how to do that. I think that would be a pain in the butt. Now, I do just need to check real quick, actually. Oh, by the way, this is in just a test repo, by the way, all of these commits here, because I didn't want to completely accidentally nuke Railroad itself. So I just got ChatGPT to come and make a friggin' test folder in here with some basic commits and stuff. And we're just going to use that basically probably for most of this stream to test it out, because that's just going to be the easiest. Will Railroad have plugin support in the future? It currently does have plugin support, kind of. It's completely broken and it needs rewriting, but it does exist. If I go tools, plugins, oh god, okay, apparently this theme does not work with this UI. That is good to know. Yeah, I mean, you can see there are two plugins here. So we've got GitHub integration and Discord integration. I don't know why this one isn't enabled. Don't know, but I think this one should work. I mean, I was working on rewriting the Discord one, but I'm not currently using the rewrite, I don't believe. This is not working. I may need to apply, but I don't see an apply button unless it's hidden here somewhere. Maybe I could just close that, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. It could be broken, or it could require a restart or something. As I say, the current plugin system it needs rewriting. So someday I'll come back and do that, but not really a priority. I'm probably going to do that after I finish the VCS system, which we're actually surprisingly close to being done with, believe it or not. Let me see if I can bring up. Well, I say done. We're close to being done with the minimum viable product of the VCS system, because obviously we're not going to get the entire thing done. Not for now, anyways, of course, because that's going to be a lot of work. But my browser is dying, so I actually can't see. Oh god, my internet may be dying. That's not good, is it? Nope, just my browser. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I actually can't load the the list of things we have to do for the MVP, so we're gonna have to figure that out later when that does choose to load. I mean, let's think. What do we have left to do? We have to have a way to like switch branches. We have to have a way to. I don't know if we want to have resolving conflicts on the MVP. Probably not, because I think that's too complex. I mean, we have diffs. Diffs need a little bit of work. I mean, they almost work. Like if I open notes.txt, that one works. But if I open app.txt, oh, that one does work. I didn't think that worked earlier, but yeah, this one doesn't. I don't know why these two don't, because they do have changes, I believe. If I go into like GitHub desktop, what is the scratch untracked? Yeah, so this does have changes, but it's because it's a new file, it doesn't know what to diff it against, I think. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure why that one doesn't work. And then .railroad should be a folder. I don't know what's happened there. I actually have no idea how that's happened, to be honest. So that's interesting, because that never used to happen. But regardless, that's fine. The UI is looking good now. It's looking better. Yes, I agree. It's looking better. I wouldn't say it looks good. Better, yes, not good. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's a lot better than it used to be. When is the release? Not anytime soon. Yeah, I'll just stick with that. I mean, I'm not even confident it will release this year. So we will see. Because even though this is coming along quite fast, there's a lot of systems that are not coming along as fast. So, I mean, we've got some major systems done recently, right? We've got a lot of the VCS done. We've got run configurations done. We've got the Gradle system done. Console I've kind of been working on, though it still needs some more work. I mean, the major thing is still going to be the SST, which I need to come back to at some point, but I need to rewrite the entire parser for that, so I'm kind of avoiding that at the moment. Regardless, we need to make this tagging update the UI, so I can get my friggin' browser, but it's actually just like I can't load any tabs. It's just grabs it. I've never had this happen. Apparently a lot of things are down at the moment, which might be why. It might be a cloud flare, I think. Yeah, I think possibly. Yeah, it looks like there's some problems with cloud flare at the moment. Okay, that's why my browser's fine. That makes sense. Okay. I mean, we can try tagging again. Maybe it just... Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Pretty sure it didn't update when I tried. But I mean, we can try. Anyways. Music is a tad bit loud. Oh, yes. I forgot to turn that down. I turn it up for starting soon, and then I forget to turn it back down afterwards. I know Java, every time I go to learn MC modding, I could look at Forge docs and decide never mind, it wasn't worth it for just a 2-week phase. Yeah, I get that. I honestly am so burnt out on modding at the moment. With the amount of friggin' updates and the amount of rewrites you have to do with those updates, and I mean documentation basically doesn't exist. I mean it's a mess, guys. I mean modding is not in a great stage at the moment. I can't claim that Railroad will fix that, unfortunately, but maybe it will help. I think one thing that would be really cool, for example, and this is an idea I thought about last night. It might not even work. It might be a not feasible idea, but it could also be a feasible idea. So, idea is, what if, basically, Railroad could look at a Minecraft version, look at the next Minecraft version, right? Create like a diff between the two, so it could see what changes, and then... I mean, it would have to use AI, I think, but I mean, this could probably run on a local model fairly easily, I think. It could take a look at the diff between those and generate inspections for how to update, maybe? I mean, I don't know how feasible this... As I say, this is just an idea I thought about last night. It could be possible. I don't know. I guess it depends how much Minecraft changed, but I guess if you're going snapshot to snapshot, it would be significantly more feasible. I don't know. Something worth considering in the future, of course. Because currently though, I have been saying the AI policy is no AI, so I don't know. You know, we'll see. Any AI, I think I would rather be local. Or I guess it could just be a plugin. Something like that could be a plugin, couldn't it? Because that's fine. Anyways. Tags. So... I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you should be able to have the volume different for the starting soon scene. I don't have them on different scenes. I just have them on the same scene. So, no. I do have other scenes, but I don't know what's on them. I I am kind of curious actually. What is my scene 2? Okay, scene 2 is a game capture scene. Scene 3 is a window capture scene. Scene 4 is just my camera, of which doesn't work. Oh, hello. There you go. Scene 3 is currently actually set to Discord for some reason. Don't know why. Scene 3 should be set to IntelliJ. Scene 2 should be set to Minecraft. It is. That's normal. Scene 4 is that. Scene 5 is also my camera, apparently. I don't know if this one's going to turn on or not. And then I also have scene 6, which is... Oh, the scene 6 is basically this window, but without my camera and without chat and whatnot. Do you think you could do a Copilot plugin in the future? Yes. Right now, no, that's like physically impossible right now. Or, well, it's technically not impossible, but we don't have enough of like a plugin API for that to be possible. So, I heard you say local AI. You could look into Olama. Yes, that's doable. Olama is what I've been using for just an application I've been working on recently. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it depends on obviously what model you're using, really. Olama itself is completely irrelevant. The fact that you're using Olama, it's the specific model you'd have to go with. So it would massively depend on basically how good your GPU is and how much RAM you have. So, yeah. I mean, I can run like a 14 billion parameter model on my GPU reasonably easily. I actually don't know, like, because you'd probably want to go with a Quen model. I'm just trying to think of Quen LLM model. I don't know what the best I can run on my GPU is. I don't know. I could probably just about get away with a 32 billion on mine. Maybe. The problem, obviously, with running anything local is, you know, and specifically with this idea I have with automatic update inspections, I think would be context, because you would need a massive context window. And you know, large models with large context windows is what, you know, becomes a little bit harder. Comparisons are easy enough via data extraction and logic, but applying any sort of a conversion to it outside of an AI model wouldn't be too feasible. Yeah. I mean, you know, you could diff 2 Minecraft versions very easily. I suspect there are even already programs that do this. I suspect someone has done this. Minecraft version diff. I don't know if anyone has done it. Yep, here you go. I knew it would exist. Shulker. Diff decompiled versions of Minecraft. This is basically what would be needed. I mean, this is what... So, like, what actually is this? Is this... I don't know if this is a program or if it's a command line tool. Looks to be a command line tool, right? But... Okay, what the hell is this? Why does the source folder have... Oh, because it's Python. Ugh. Yuck. Yeah, we'd probably write this from scratch. Rather than using this specifically. But I'm just saying, like, this is trivial to do. The hard part would be turning that diff into actual logical inspections. The AI would basically need full control of your IDE, which wouldn't be too tricky. It would just be risky. You know, you'd have to run it at your own risk. You'd have to provide a way for you to be able to undo the AI suggestions. It would be doable. It would just be, you know, I don't know how good it would be of an idea. Regardless, that's something we can come back to in the future, because we are very far away from that right now. We don't even have a working plugin system for that to be possible. So, yeah, we can come back to it. Maybe something I'll put on the GitHub actually, so that I can be reminded. You know what? Let's do that, because otherwise I will forget. Here we go. So. How do I go to projects? I think it is just projects. I forget how you go to GitHub projects. Okay, there you go, found it. Okay, we'll put it on here, and we'll come back to it in the future as a consideration. So, and obviously, I guess we first would need to decide how far we want to go with it. But we can say Minecraft. Version, I don't even know what we want to call it. Minecraft version diff inspections with AI, maybe. We'll create a draft for now. Generate a source diff between two decompiled. Oh my god, I cannot type today. Two decompiled Minecraft versions, i.e., 1.21.1 and 1.21.2, right? And possibly use AI to figure out the required updates to your existing projects in order to get them working. Possibly supply inspections that would allow for automatic updating. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. If anyone wants if anyone has any more ideas about this, please feel free to, in fact, I'll convert it to an issue. And then if anyone wants to come and discuss it or anything, feel free to come onto this this issue on GitHub, and feel free to discuss it. Does it require anything? I'm just trying to think. It is actually blocked by a rewrite of the plugin system, though I don't know if I even put that as a thing on here or not. Plugin. Yes, I have. Okay. There you go. It's blocked by rewrite plugin system. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, if anyone wants to come and comment on this, that is issue 119 on GitHub. So feel free. But not what we're doing today. We are going to be working on Git integration today. So as I say, tagging. Let's try tagging real quick. So let's go to like this one, and let's tag this. And I'm just going to tag it as version 0. We'll say 5.0. No, we'll say 4. I don't know. Why not? We can give it a message. I guess it doesn't really matter. Hello. We don't actually have a way to view the message, but worth doing. So it has ran the command. Yeah, interestingly, it hasn't actually like updated this though. Interesting. How can we get it to do that, though? I think we can do this. So currently the Git system does actually run refreshes periodically. You can see this in the console here, right? And it will also run this after I tag something, for example, like I just did. It would have ran it. So if we look even at here you go. So we did a git tag, and then it ran a git status basically exactly afterwards, right? Yeah, you can see here, ran them all basically exactly the same time. And then it ran this one 5 seconds afterwards. It did then run the logs. So it obviously wanted to re-look at all the git logs. Now, what it didn't do is it didn't then update this list with the new ones. So I think we can probably make it do that. We just have to find the right place to do it. So if we first look at the create tag button and we go into the dialog that actually creates the tag, which is right here. So we just call create tag, and this will do a refresh status internal, which is basically this right here. Right, so this is the one that happens directly after we tag it. It goes ahead and does the get status. Now, if we come into here, so this will set the repo status. Now, I think, so repo status has a listener somewhere. Now, I don't know where that listener is. It would be probably on here. If we look at this, maybe. Oh yeah, here we go. So if we go to the git commit list view pane, so it adds a listener, and that just calls reload commit metadata, which should go ahead and actually get the head commit and the tags by commit, but it clearly hasn't done that, right? Because those commands are, so this is all the verification for typing it in. Those commands should be all the way pretty much at the top. See if we can find them. So these are just to get the recent commits. Statuses. These get the recent commits. Recent commits. Aha, so these get the tags here. And this, I believe, is what gets the head commit hash, I think. Is that right? Yes, that is correct. And I guess we can just check that this does actually get the tags. I'm pretty sure it does, though. Yeah, so that gets us the 3 tags that we actually have in Railroad. So the question is, why are those not running down here? So once again, if we quickly find okay, so yeah, these are just yeah, so get taggings here, get status, and then it just does the logs. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't get those 2 things there, hence they're not updating. It also does refresh. I think that just refreshes the UI. yes, that just refreshes the actual list view itself. So why is this not running, I guess, is the big question. So that happens in platform.run later. That happens from here. That I don't think. I think this itself should actually work. I suspect this method is just not being called. So that happens here. And that happens when the repo status changes. Now I suspect yeah, so I think what's happening when we refresh the status, because we're just setting it here to get status isn't actually going to have, it's not actually going to have changed. Because the status of the repo is still exactly the same. It's just that we've tagged a commit. Like none of these will have changed. So what we need to do, I guess we need to fire like a different listener, right? We need to have a different property that fires, or I mean something similar, right? I mean, unless we do already have that, I don't think we do. Do we? Maybe we do. Maybe I'm just not using it. So we have a couple things here. So we have the repo status, of course. We have whether or not it's active. We have the actual get repo itself. So I mean, this one should never actually change, the actual get repo. Neither really should active, but that's fine. Last fetch is fine. Get identity is fine. Get commit metadata revision. What's that one? That is here. Right. So what does this set this to? So get client.create tag. So that creates the tag. Wait, where are we? We're in the manager. Yeah. And then that sets that. And then that should work. Also, just realized my camera's not on. Where's my camera gone, guys? Hello? Wait, how long has my camera not been on for? And why has no one said anything? How do I, where's my camera? Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, okay, it's still on the scene. I need to deactivate my camera here, and I need to go back to here. There we go. We got it back. Okay, so this should work. Oops, I just ran debug. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. How's the progress for this going? It's going pretty well. It is going pretty well. Okay, after we've got tags working, the next thing I think is cherry picking. Now, this is where things get a little bit complicated because I don't know anything about cherry picking. So we're gonna have to have a quick look into that. So, okay, let's just go this one. Let's tag it. So let's go version 0.5.0 and confirm. Nice. So that updates. That's good. Okay, lovely. So next thing then is cherry picking. Now, I'm going to have to ask... oh no, I actually don't, because it wrote me a, a thing for how to do it. In here, it told me how I actually test cherry picking. I think. Unless it lied to me. Commit to cherry pick. So it wants me to cherry pick 8.3, which I think is just the latest one. Right? It's actually not. Which one is 8.3? None of them. What? Wait. Commit to cherry pick for a conflict. Okay, let's do this. Run this. Oh no! Whoa! 1 second. Do not want to run that here. That would have been really bad. That would have been really bad. Okay, it's a good job I did not accidentally run that in that folder. Wow, that would have reset Railroad. That would not have been. That would not have been good. Okay, so let's do that. That doesn't work. I think we want it in CMD. Yeah. Okay. So that has now reset all of this. Okay. I think that also resets the branch it's on, right? So if we do get, what is it, rev pass heads or something? No. Wait. No. I actually want to know what branch I'm on. Oh, it tells me what branch I'm on, which is beans 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine. We can check out. Yeah, so we can do get switch main. I think that brings my changes with me, right? It actually hasn't, I believe. We can try and get pop and just see, I guess. Oh no, it's get stash pop, right? On branch main, untracked files. I think that's fine. Because now I think if we go back here, yeah, okay. So we have our stash changes back. I think we can just double check, I guess. Yeah. Oh no, okay. A few things were still stashed there. I've returned you, opened the issue, and I had to write a few things. Oh, you wrote a few things, huh? See if I can find them. I'm curious. I usually get notified, but sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I would basically agree with all of that. I mean, yeah, you'd obviously want to run it on a different branch, or even I mean, it's even worth possibly putting it on a work tree, right? Putting it on its own work tree. Because yeah, you don't want to obviously overwrite anything the user's doing. And it also needs to be a good way to undo changes as well. So basically, I would say any change that AI does, you probably want to commit it onto that branch. So then you can easily just undo that commit, right? And then for the rest, yeah, I would. I mean, I don't know. This is a long way away. Is what I'm saying. So we'll come back to it in the future. I need to work on the plugin system first, of course, because nothing is getting done without the plugin system in place. So, okay. I'm gonna quickly run Codex. I just need to ask it, how can I test the cherry picking button? Hey, if you knew about new Codex stuff, do you know why I can't use it when I haven't paid for it? Don't you have to pay for it? You have to pay for Codex, right? I don't think you can use Codex for free. Or maybe you can? I don't remember. Oh no, you can actually, it says you can use it for free at the moment. Apparently. But you obviously, if you use it for free, you have a very limited context window, and you're going to have very limited messages, tasks, and reviews, and you're probably not going to have access to the best model. Like I'm using right now Codex. I actually can't see because the freaking terminal is terrible. I think I'm using 3.2 Codex Max or something. Codex 3.2 Max or something. Oh, 5.3 Max. That's it. 5.3. In fact, I could have just run. I think it's /model. Yeah. So I'm using GPT 5.3 Codex. I'm actually not using Max, but obviously I could switch to Max. I'm just using medium reasoning as well. I mean, if I used extra high reasoning, I've never even used that before, but I imagine that's insanely good. I don't know. You no longer need to use that. You can just add the key to IntelliJ. I mean, if I use an API key, yes, but I don't want to use an API key. Because then I have to pay, and I don't want to pay. So I'm not going to pay. So yeah. I'd do extra high, sure, but then it would take a very long time. Like, even to do fairly basic things. I mean, medium is very good. Medium is actually, like, very powerful. I can't imagine using high or extra high. It would just take a really long time. So I'm going to keep to medium, at least for now. And can we read what this says? No, because it's managed to actually yeet the first part of it. So now we can't see what it says. And I think this is actually kind of the first part anyway, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to move this to my other monitor, and I'm going to follow the steps it tells me to do. So what we're going to do is... I need to tell it, can you tell me these steps in relation to get button test repo? Okay, I need to increase the height because when you scroll it, it breaks. It doesn't like scrolling. I mean, realistically, if you tell it enough already, extra high doesn't take that long. Sure, but then it's also not worth using extra high, right? Because extra high, the point of extra high is it just does more thinking. So if you're not going to use that thinking, then there's no point using extra high. Let's see, is it going to go beyond the top? Yes, it is. So I'm not going to be able to read all this. Yeah, because now it's reset some of it. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over then. So Okay. Okay, so the first thing we can test, we want to double click this commit, I think. Oh, it actually wants me to do 3.7. So this commit, it wants me to cherry pick this commit. Okay, and it says cherry pick of local changes present. You have local changes. Stash them before cherry picking this commit. 2 on stage changes, 0 to stage changes, 2 on track changes. Files. That's fine. So if I cancel, first of all, that shouldn't have done anything. We can quickly check that that is the case. I don't think it would have done anything. No, it hasn't. So that's good. Okay, so let's try again. So we cherry pick. Okay, and then this time we can stash. Okay, so then we see that the cherry pick has stopped because of conflicts. So resolve conflicts and continue or abort the cherry pick. So okay, so then we can press continue or we can abort. I'm already a little bit lost, I'll be honest, chat. I think the problem is I don't actually know what cherry picking does. I know it's like kind of where you take changes from one commit and like do something with them. I don't actually know what you do with them though. I guess is kind of the problem. If I continue cherry pick, what does that say? Finish resolving conflicts before continuing. Resolve all. Okay, so dismiss, and then I can also abort cherry pick. Now, does that actually abort it though? So I mean, first of all, we can see I guess what it's done here. So it has actually pushed the stash status. Okay, then it has done a cherry pick. Okay, and then it should have aborted. Yes. Now, what it hasn't done, I think, is it hasn't popped the stash. Yeah, that's correct. So, when we abort, we need to then pop the stash. Because otherwise we basically lost, or not lost the stash changes, but they're inside the stash rather than being back where they were. So, if we go cherry pick button, and we want to go continue cherry pick, and then we go into abort, then we also want to do only problem is we don't want to pop if we hadn't already stashed. Confirm cherry pick with uncommitted changes. Continue cherry pick. I'm just trying to see where the stashing comes into place. That comes in here, right? So can continue returns a boolean. So then that's a result there. Okay. Ideally, then we return something other than a boolean from this. So, and what's the best option? Like a boolean array? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. But I mean, it would work. So I think we're just going to go with a boolean array. And then we can have boolean can continue cherry pick, and then that'll be 0. And then boolean should stash will be 1. So then we have if can continue cherry pick, do that, and then pass in should stash like that. This can then just return a boolean array. Boolean array isn't great. I might have to come back to that because that's really not great, is it? Okay, so then this will be a boolean array. And then that'll be false. This will be true. Right, of course, I've got to actually wrap it in a new Boolean array. New Boolean array. Okay. And then in here, this just needs to take in a Boolean stash changes, and then what we can say is if stash changes, then we just want to pop the stash. I think, yeah, pop latest stash. Don't know why I called it that, because it is just, I mean, it is just pop stash, and that's done stash pop, I guess. Probably is a better name. Stash pop, and then just call this stash, or this can be just pop. No, let's keep some consistency, which is stash pop. I think I failed at renaming that, actually, didn't I? Yeah, that's gonna have broke something, I think. Yeah, that has broken. Oh, no, never mind. Has it broken anything? I was looking for a solution to codec. Seems like a Microsoftism. Might be able to try and get the Windows terminal and see if the issue persists. Possibly. I will say, though, Gemini works. I don't have that problem with Gemini. So, I don't think it's an issue with the terminal, necessarily. Maybe it is, but Gemini doesn't have that scrolling issue. Gemini is actually a lot better at that. So I don't know. I mean, Codex now has their own IDE, right? I haven't actually tried it yet. But there is now like and you can use Codex in the IDE, right? So you've got like that, but then there's also like an actual Codex app as well. Apparently it's only on Mac though. Wait, it's only on Mac? It actually is only on Mac. That's kind of crazy. Didn't know that. I mean, obviously the original Codex was all on the browser, right? So you know, you got all of this basically. I faffed around with a bunch of it in here just to see how good it is. Turns out it's actually really bad in the browser. All of these were completely useless. But hey, it tried. But yeah, you can try it in the IDE, right? I don't exactly know how that works. I don't know if there's like oh yeah, here you go. Codex is now integrated into JetBrains IDEs. Yeah, what a surprise. You can use Codex with a JetBrains AI subscription. Oh no, you can actually use it with a ChatGPT account. Do you actually do that then? Oh, you've actually got to open the AI chat widget. Oh, interesting. Which is... I don't even know what the icon looks like because I always just close it. AI assistant. This? Oh, you have to install the plugin though. Ugh. I don't want to do that. Do I really have to do that? I don't want to do that. Can I not just... I can just do this, right? Settings. Okay, but I don't want that. I just want this. Should we try this? Sure, let's give it a go. Let's see how terrible it is. Temporarily enabled card verification. That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, I just want to sign in with ChatGPT. Install codecs? What does that do? What am I installing right now? What is this? Junie? Get out of here, Junie. I didn't ask for you. Goodness gracious. I'm so confused what it's actually installing right now. There's nothing to install. I literally already have codecs installed. Granted, it may not be the latest version I have on Windows, because I don't use it on Windows. Of course, I use it on WSL because it doesn't work on Windows. Okay, anyways, we fixed that issue with cherry picking, right? So I think that's basically cherry picking done. Love how you hit the install button then. Well, you know, I have to have some faith in JetBrains here. Though I am genuinely concerned about how long it's taking to install it, and how shitty this progress bar is, because this. I love how, like, it's kind of crazy. Progress bars are actually one of the hardest things to code. They just are. Like, I've genuinely, I don't know I've ever seen a good progress bar that actually does it like normally, you know, from where like 1 to 50 is the same as 50 to 100. It just doesn't exist. It's so funny. But I don't know, man. Progress bars are hard, I guess. I mean, I obviously get why. It's hard to predict how long something's going to take, right? Because there's just so many variations. Like, you know, your internet could drop out for 30 seconds and then, oh no, it's not going to work anymore. So, you know, you have to figure out, okay, how long is it going to take? Yeah, I feel like this isn't doing anything. I'll be honest. Also, is the music still too loud? I feel like it is. Oh no, I think it's fine actually. On OBS it shows quite loud, but I don't think it is that loud. I think OBS is lying to me. Okay, I'm actually convinced this isn't doing anything right now. So we're just going to leave that to sit there and do its thing, and we're probably never going to see the results of it. Anyways, that is actually it. That is it for the details pane. It's a tad bit loud distracting. Okay, I can turn it down more. I will just do that inside OBS itself. There we go. Because for me, it's quite quiet. In fact, I'm actually going to turn it up for me. And then I'm going to turn it down for you guys. So I do like, how low do I go? Like down there? Because I can barely hear it. And I need some music because I'm going to go insane. Could be because you're running the instance already in CLI. I don't think so, because I'm running it in WSL. I'm not running it on Windows. So I don't think that should cause a problem. Should we check on it? Yeah, it's not doing anything. But sure, I can try. I can try... there you go, I've quit out of it. I'll even close WSL just in case maybe it's using WSL in the background, but I mean, it's obviously, I presume, not doing that. But anyways, I'm going to commit everything we have here, excluding this, because we don't need this anymore, so I'm just going to delete that. It's being used by another process. No? Oh, it's being used by this, I guess. Sure. Okay. Okay, can you go away, please? But where? Fine, I will IO bit unlocker it. There you go, IO bit unlocker. And, oops. I meant to unlock and delete. I think I just unlocked and exited. Sure, okay, that works. Maybe restart the IDE as well. Do I have to? Fine, I'll restart the IDE. I wish they just had like a restart button here. Like, it's so insane that you have to go into invalidate caches and then press just restart just to restart the IDE. Like, excuse me? Just have a button to restart the IDE. Why are we doing this? We're in 2026, man. Shouldn't have to go through a dialogue just to restart the IDE. Absolute madness, I tell you. Okay, that's just like booted us back to step 1. But sure, let's try it again, shall we? Install codecs. Let's see if it fixes itself, or is it just going to get stuck here again? Why are we downloading check style IDEA? What? Excuse me? I did not tell you to do that. Okay, whatever. Guys, I don't think this is going to happen, I'm be honest. It's not doing it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and commit these. I'm just going to look through the changes to see everything I've actually changed, first of all. Oh yeah, mostly just dialogues. Okay. Yeah, I did have to comment that out, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I mean, these are all fine. I can ask Copilot to do it, but it's gonna not really work, I think. It's gonna give me a terrible commit message, but we can try. I always like to give Copilot at least a shot and see if it can do it. Improve Git dialogue, stash handling, and metadata reload. I mean, actually not terrible. Yeah. Sure. Probably better than I would do, actually. So sure, I will commit that. And let's push these. Perhaps you've been cursed? Maybe. Very possible. I think, in fact, JetBrains actually just doesn't like me because I'm not paying for Ultimate anymore. Or, well, I mean, I was never paying for it, technically. I was a student, but that's probably partially why. Anyways, we need to figure out what's next, guys. So, I have my big chat with ChatGPT. Wow! Holy shit, this is crazy. So apparently... Wow! So, okay. This is very interesting. So I have this chat with ChatGPT, right? I just asked it, like, hey, what are the... I want you to make the HTML and CSS, but first just tell me all the different, tabs that there should be, right? So I told it, hey, generate me some HTML. Apparently, it now shows you a preview of said HTML. That's amazing. I like this. I mean, it looks weird because it's not... I mean, it's not great. Hide code panel, hide preview panel. This is so fancy. But I can go back to the latest one and you see kind of where I got my inspiration from. It's not quite the same. Because obviously this is HTML and well, I mean CSS is an irrelevant factor because JavaFX uses CSS, but it's actually not that bad. But that's fancy, so I can actually preview in here. Anyways, I came to here so I could see what we need to do next. Because it gave me a whole list of them at the very top and what they all need. So we need to consider, like, what do we need? So this one I've done, right? Check out commit, create branch from commit, revert commit, cherry pick commit. Yes. Okay. So then next one is branches. Okay. And then remotes. Okay. Okay, this is kind of giving me everything, though. Like, in a lot of these we don't care about actually in the MVP. Submodules, for example, I don't really care about doing, at least for the foreseeable future. Later down the line we can consider it, of course. Stashing will be something. Diff comparing kind of already have. We can come back to that though. Could merge this into overview, but I'm going to say we're not going to do that. We will actually have this as a separate thing. Remotes and branches, I guess, are the next two then. Okay, so we want branches then. Branches is kind of the just next one, because currently we don't actually have a way to switch branches, as crazy as that sounds. Luckily, though, I mean, this should be easy peasy to do. I think I actually already have all the code for this. I think it's just UI that we're going to be doing for this, of which, yeah, we'll see about how much of that I actually end up doing. Compared to ChatGPT, because I'm terrible with UI, as you guys know. I just need to see what I actually asked it as a prompt, because I don't know. Okay, that's just talking about the same one. Okay, this is so incredibly unhelpful. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I forget that ChatGPT lets you do that, so you can just, like, reference a specific one. So I can just select this, ask ChatGPT, can you do this one now? Hello Wide, welcome to the stream. We are continuing with the Git integration. Specifically, we're going to be doing branches now. And we're also trying to see if we can get codecs to work in IntelliJ, but it doesn't. So, you know, we're going to leave it here the entire stream, but it's not going to work. I can already tell you now it's not going to work. If it does, would you be surprised? No, not really. I wouldn't be surprised if it suddenly works. But I think it's pretty clear it's not going to work. Bearing in mind it has been like 10 minutes. And it hasn't moved an inch. Okay. Now we wait. I think it's almost done though. Now, obviously, it's not going to give me this in the right format because it still is writing this as HTML. So it's still basically writing it as if it were a website. So obviously, like, we can't really replicate this in JavaFX. I mean, we could, but it would be very hard to do. So we kind of have to reformat this in a JavaFX way. And this one has actually done a pretty good job at that because this one is vertical. And basically, that's all we can do. We basically just have to have vertical ones. I mean, yeah, this is all fine, I think. Details. So this is details of, I guess, the current branch. Is that right? Oh no, this, I guess, details of the selected branch. Okay, I see. Maybe your PC is just slow. There's always task manager to see if it's even doing anything over the network. I mean, it's probably not doing anything over the network, right? Because this is installing. It's not downloading. It's installing. I mean, it could be. Unless I can have a look, but I mean, I doubt it is. IntelliJ, here we go. Nope, it's not doing anything over the network. It's not using any of my CPU. It's not using any of my disk. Look, it's literally not doing anything, guys. So it's clearly not working. React could also actively reference each item but digital in real time instead of having to store each branch's data in HTML and CSS. I mean, sure. Yeah, but I suspect it can't preview React. It's just kind of just a pain to preview generally. But I mean, I think this is fine. Obviously, like, we can't actually switch between these branches because it is just HTML and CSS. There's no JavaScript going on in here. But yeah. I think these are all fine. Only thing it has done here which isn't gonna work is it's put the details pane at the bottom. So that does mean, like, to view the details of the selected branch you'd have to scroll, which doesn't really make sense. That would just be really annoying. Don't know how you'd solve that though. I mean, is that just because this is a preview? Okay, and normally it has it over here. I see. That makes more sense, admittedly. Okay. So the way I've done this in the past for the existing ones, right? We quickly give it a run. I will show you. Okay, so for the existing Git tabs and stuff, right? What I've done is I've just made it so, like, you know, if I open this one, the kind of that right pane would be this details pane here, so it's in a separate tab. I just don't know that makes sense for this, because this is such a small details pane, right? Like, there isn't really any details at all. What we could maybe do is trying to think. How could we? What we could do is we can actually have this branches pane be in the middle, maybe? Like, what if we had the branches be basically this center pane, right? So this would be the branches pane, and then you would open the details pane on the right, but then that's kind of the opposite of everything else. So I would say that's not very consistent. I guess we can talk to it, right? So let's just say the problem. The problem with this is that I have to is that you can have it create a new div and click on hover that would have its position relative to the branch. What do you mean? You mean like I would hover over this and it would show the details? Like as a tooltip? I mean, sure. Like that could work, I guess. If that's what you mean, I assume. By the way, Dirty, do you still have free IntelliJ trial? I'm using Community Edition. I'm not using Ultimate. Because no, I do not. I did actually contact them about getting a partnered thing with them, but they emailed me and I forgot to reply to them. So I need to send that back out again at some point. Hover or click, yes, you could do that. It would just create a new div span that would be closed. But do you have a free trial that is 30 days? I do, I think. I mean, it says here I do. But to be honest, I don't need Ultimate. Like, it doesn't help me in any way. I mean, I guess it's a little bit useful for CSS, but I guess we'll see what happens if I press start free trial. What's this gonna do? Okay, I guess we're on Ultimate now. But it doesn't change anything, right? The only useful thing that does for me, really, is being able to actually have CSS be highlighted and see like the colors here and stuff. That's kind of it, to be honest. It doesn't really help me with anything else. You know, like if I wanted to do spring, it would be useful. Apart from that, I mean, there isn't much use for it. And it's nice to have, of course, because it means that sometimes it is just easier to do things, right? JavaFX. What about JavaFX? I can do JavaFX without Ultimate. I don't need Ultimate for JavaFX. But I guess if you mean creating JavaFX projects, but that's a bug. That's not meant to be hidden behind Ultimate. That's a bug. You can view it on their bug issues thing. Okay, well, I guess you're probably right with having it be you know, I'm still gonna ask it though. It needs to be a single tab. So having the details to the right or at the bottom where you have to scroll to see them doesn't work. Can you come up with a different design where it's clearly all in a single layout? See what it does, I guess. It's done it as left, middle, right? What? How has it done that? It must have just done it as like a center tab now, I guess. I guess we're about to find out, right? Also, the rendering for this, bro, is so delayed. Look at this. It's so delayed at rendering the colors. It's kind of funny. Okay. Well, let's see what this does anyways. See what it comes up with. I think it's gonna have done it as a center pane. But we have to wait. Preview. Okay. That makes sense. So it's made them scrollable. Okay, and it has actually... Okay, I see. Okay, I see. Actions. Selected branch, I see. Oh, and then it's done remote like that. I don't like that. That doesn't look good. Yeah. I think I actually do like the idea of basically a tooltip more. So let's go back to this one then. Go find it first. Okay. So I'm gonna plonk this on my other monitor and we're gonna start this. This is never gonna load, so we'll just minimize that. Let's stop that from running as well. Okay, so oh, by the way, guys, I should probably mention stream is going to go a little bit shorter today. I'm probably going to end in half an hour because I haven't had dinner yet. And I do need to have dinner at some point. So stream is going to be a little bit shorter than usual. And I'm going to be live tomorrow, by the way. I wasn't live yesterday because it was my birthday. But I will be live tomorrow instead. And it should just be a normal length stream tomorrow. Shouldn't be anything special. Just so you guys are aware of what's happening. That's what's happening. So, okay. Trying to see the best way to do this. Okay, so okay, Oh, yeah. Okay, this is fine. So let's go IDE setup. Let's create a new tab first of all. Left pane dot add tab. Let's do get branches like that, and that will then need to exist as well. So that's commit. So we can minimize that one. Create a new package for branches. New class. Okay, this will just be a VBox. Okay. Okay, I guess we want a couple things. So we probably want a search bar, first of all. So let's have a private final. Oops. Private final text field, which will be the search bar. Let's have a private final get local branches list view and a remote branches list view, and then we'll just create them all in here. So this will be a new RR text field, and this itself I think needs to take in the placeholder text. Yeah, and I just need to check what the so get.commit.actions. Yeah, that's actually not correct though, is it? Because I've named some of these wrong. I just need to find which one is. So railroad.get.commit. Okay. So we'll do railroad.get.branches search.placeholder. Okay, this is going to need to take in the project. So we'll do projects, and these will need to take in the project as well. Okay, and then the search bar will just need to filter those. So we will say, we can do that down here. We can also do get style class, add get branches pane. Okay, and then search bar, we can also do that here as well. We can also do a set alignment to what's that, top center, and also set spacing 10, and we can also do set padding, new insets 5 maybe, I don't know. Hard to tell without actually looking at it. Okay, then we want this, so let's create a new class. This will need to extend an RR list view, and the type that this will need to be a get branch. Now I don't have that data structure, so I'll have to come back to that one. Okay. Okay, and this will extend our list view. Get branch. Okay. First of all, then let's create this actual data structure so that we can store things in here. So new package, branch, get branch. Okay, this will just be a record, as far as I can see. Doesn't need to be anything special. And then basically we just want to fetch all the information about the branch. So first of all, string name. Second of all, we're going to want the at nullable remote name. We're gonna want the Boolean. See, that's got is current, but I don't think we want is current. Or I guess we can actually. Let's have it is current, which is basically whether or not it's head or not. We're gonna want is remote. We're gonna want an int, a head count, int behind count. And then we're also going to want the string, or at string, no, we want a nullable string last commit hash. We don't want to store the message itself, we can retrieve the message. And then we're also going to want the last commits. And we can get the message, but I don't think we need the message. I was going to say we can get the last commit time, but once again we can retrieve that. I think it'd be nice to have maybe a state of the branch. So currently we do actually have status. No, where is it? Is it remote? Upstream? This should really be actually in get identity. I'll just move that in there. Okay, I thought somewhere I had like a branch status already, but apparently I don't. So I guess we can have a public enum branch status, which will be clean, dirty, and local, and remote as well. I'm actually going to take this out of here though, and I am going to put this in here. I have to call it get branch status. Okay. And then we can just have a private final string, which will be the translation key. We can do that, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to pass it in. So string translation key like that, and we can just do at getter. Okay. Where are the get.branch.status.clean? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then we want a get branch status. I think that's everything we want. Yeah. I think so. Okay. I'm actually trying to think. Maybe we don't want to do it this way. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this an abstract interface. I don't know why I made it abstract. It should just be an interface. And then I'm just going to actually have string name. I'm going to have and then I want at nullable string last commit hash, and I guess I also want the get branch status. status. That's basically all I want. And then I'm going to have 2 implementations of this class. So I actually make this sealed. And then I can have a public record, local Git branch, which will have all of these. All method is remote. Oh yeah, we can keep that too, actually. Boolean is remote. Okay. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. So now we can just have Git branch in here. And in here. And those will be done a lot easier now. And in fact, they can be... I mean, we can say actually here that this takes in a remote Git branch. And... Oops. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. This takes in a local Git branch like that. Okay. And then the only other thing we want... I guess actually we don't care about anything else. Let's just make the search bar actually filter though. Yeah, so this is just going to want a private final list, or I guess an observable list. Of branches is equal fx collections dot observable array list, like that. Okay. We're also going to want a private string filter. So this will just set the filter. We can actually even have, I guess, just a string property. Filter text like that. And then we can just have actually a listener in here that listens to that filter text and then filters by that. So I think we can even just do a new filtered list. I don't exactly remember how these work. Then we can just pass in branch.name.to lowercase. Like that. Contains. Nice. Okay. And then we can just have like a... We can have a update branches. And this will be a private void update branches. Okay. Something like this. And then project.get, that needs to be get manager. And this needs to be get local branches. So I think there is a command to just get these. To just like get all the local ones? I don't know though. Get list local branches. Apparently just get branch does this. Interesting. It does. Okay. And then get branch dash R shows all the remote branches. And then you also have you have get branch dash A, which lists all the branches, including the remote branches. But we don't need that, of course. Okay, that's fairly simple then. So we can just list all branches. Repo. Okay. I think I already have this somewhere. Somewhere I already list all the branches. Maybe I removed it. But I did have it because I originally made it so in the commit list pane you could filter by branch. So I had a way to list all the branches. Yeah, it looks like I actually got rid of that for some reason. Okay, that's fine. In that case, we will have to create a new class, which will get branch parser. And this will be a final class. We're gonna have time to get this done before before 9 o'clock. I don't think we are we? Okay. But that's fine because we're streaming tomorrow anyways. So what does that give me again? It's just the name of the branch, right? Yeah, so I mean this isn't the command we will actually run because we're going to want it with plain text. And we're also not going to want to use new lines. So what we will run is well, first of all, we'll have no pager. And we're going to want format. And I don't know what we're going to format it by. 1 second, I might actually have somewhere a list of them. Let's see if I can find this. Get format. No new line. Formats. So we want first of all the value, right? So the value will be the name of the branch. I just need to find that. It might be percentage S for that. Maybe? So it might be like percentage S. And then percentage X00. Maybe. But I don't remember exactly how. Actually, I should be able to find, if I go into like here, I have formats in here for existing commands. Oh, here we go. Get all branches. This is what I was looking for. This is exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, so basically that is apparently actually being used. Oh, here it is. Found it. I thought it must exist somewhere. So that gets all branches though, which isn't actually what I want. I want a way to public static get command get all local branches, and then I also want a way to get all remote branches, which will do. That's done -- remote, so I think that's probably correct actually. So then, okay. So the good thing about that is that means I can just get rid of this. And I can find the get all branches. Let's try and find it though. Get upstream, get remotes. Where is it? It's not in here, is it? Current branch, checkout branch, create branch, is valid branch name. Oh, it is in here. Of course it's in here. Oh, right. This is when I accidentally did it wrong and I still haven't fixed it. Okay. Because I skipped the client for a while. Yeah, I mean, this is technically correct. A lot of these are correct, but obviously they need to not skip the client. I wonder if I can quickly actually ask ChatGPT to fix that real quick. Should be a really easy fix, but I can't be bothered to do it because it's going to take me a while. It's also put me in the wrong directory again. Don't know how that's happened. That means it's actually probably gone ahead and created that directory. Yeah, it has. I thought so. Oh dear. It's empty though. Still can't delete it, but it's empty. Whatever, man. Okay, so if I quickly just go codex and say, can you fix the methods in @get manager that are bypassing the get client and make them consistent with the other methods that utilize the get client. For example, get all branches, and get tags by commits. Let's see if it can do this real quick. I expect given yeah. Should probably actually have saved because it might not have saved the changes I have, but it's probably fine. It shouldn't struggle with this, I don't think. Oh, has this done, by the way? No. No, it has not. To no one's surprise, that has not done anything. Also, why is my camera so high up? I just realized this. I don't know why. I don't know how it does this. Like, sometimes my camera just moves, and I don't really know how. Okay, there you go. What the hell? Set. Oh, that. Oh, I see. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Not what I meant, but fine. But is it actually gonna do the things I want it to do? Or it is. Okay. That's fine. And then hopefully it will go ahead and remove or patch, I guess, the ones in Get Manager. Maybe. Okay, we're going to have to overrun a little bit today, but that's fine. Because it's going to take a minute. Yeah, my day hasn't been that bad wide. And I haven't really done anything today. I don't think. Have I done anything today? I genuinely don't think I've done anything today. It's just kind of sad. But I'm like very bored at the moment. Don't really know what to do with anything. No, 9 o'clock is not the new ending time, but I haven't had dinner wide, so I'm gonna end early today. Did you have a nice birthday? It was alright. Didn't really do anything. You can see a common theme here. Just don't really do anything at the moment. Yeah, it was alright. I don't. To be honest, I don't really care about birthdays. Like, I don't know. It's just another day. So it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, Codex is faffing right now. Yeah. I mean, I suppose, you know, when you're not a kid anymore, you just don't really do things. You know? So, yeah. Anyways, I am going to go ahead and end the stream here, because it's going to take us a while to actually do any more than this, really. Yeah, that would take us like another half an hour. I need to have dinner, to be honest. So, I am going to end the stream here. As I say, I will be live again tomorrow, and I might go live again at some other day during the week as well. Try and kind of push through with this, because I want to work on the plugin system kind of soonish. So, push through the Git stuff a little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to end it here, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good. Bye.